Hey everybody, this is Serhii from Be Yourself podcast. Today we're joined by Viktoria Boloban, a friend of mine who's an entrepreneur, businesswoman. She is a mother, a change maker, a Ukrainian, now living in the United States. Vika, thanks for taking the time.
Thank you for your invitation. I was so glad. I'm absolutely surprised that I'm here and I'm glad to be here. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. So, first thing comes first. Tell us a little bit about yourself, about what you're currently involved in, business wise, and just a short pre story so that our viewers can understand you better.
How do you like me call you? Sergey? Chris?
Sergey. Sergey.
Sergey, yeah. This is actually the name which I'm familiar
That's my
with.
name, actually, yeah.
Yes, this is actually your name. Okay. So, Sergey, first of all, I'm usually introducing myself and it depending on where I am and what people are interested in. Because I'm that kind of entrepreneur. I'm 38 years old and since my 17, I'm in business, I'm an investor, and I used to work in United Arab Emirates in 2007, since 2007 for 2 years. And I had a lot of that kind of unpredictable living experience, which I didn't plan or like this, but I'm absolutely happy to share with the people that, with you especially, yeah, that being yourself, why actually I'm here, because I like the name of your podcast. Of course, I'm glad to see you, and I like the name because I'm the one who is usually. Hmm, I'm the one who is showing that making every decision from your heart, put it or even walk it through your love, through your feeling, through your inner real feelings. This is actually what we need to do to live our lives, because those kind of expectations which people and parents and society, everybody is waiting or wrapping us out on in. This is not that reality which we want to live, and this is why um, I will introduce myself. So, first of all, I'm a woman. This is the first and the main thing. And I'm dealing with a lot of, all of this uh, life experiences through this state, because of now I'm a human and I'm a woman. I'm, you know, I need to be tolerant because now I'm living in Los Angeles, I'm in States. And I also heard, so those people who was who were born with the female organs who used to be a woman, I mean generally, but there are a lot of people different kind of, but for me, I feel this in every sphere which I'm dealing with. So I'm an investor, and I can tell you my experience about that. So more than 15 years I'm in investments. I used to deal with the preschool education because I became a mother, and as a marketologist, I didn't found that kind of quality preschool or kindergarten which I was looking for, and I was so surprised at that time. It was like 10 years ago. That my older daughter, she's 12 years old, and I was so surprised that there are so many nice buildings and infrastructures inside the school, but the system is still that which is destroying, which is not opening the real power from in the kids, because kids, it's a little people, and we need to deal through communication all the time. I'm communicated with my investments, I'm communicated with my kids, with other kids, with you, with the people, with the world.
Yeah.
um and of course, I'm the one who knows for sure from my personal experience that through your body and through your mind and through your soul, you can create whatever you want. If you can imagine this, you can make it. And if anybody did it already, you also can do it, and even better. Why? Because in my childhood, I was absolutely sick kid, like seriously, and like around 10 times per day I could die. And even doctors told me, I mean, doctors in Ukraine, doctors in Singapore at that time, doctors in Germany, all over the world, thanks to my parents, they was trying to I was trying to survive through a lot of sources. And once I make a decision, when people, I was second group of, how to put it in English, unveiled, yeah. So it's a category when you are вторая группа инвалидности, how to put it in English. So that was a kind of sickness that when you have a document that you are not responsible to do a lot of things without, as normal people can, yeah. And usually this kind of people, they're not survivors, and I was not agree with that since my childhood. So I'm really like a light warrior from my very very beginning, because I was a child, I was a kid who cannot jump, dealing with the nature, dealing with the animals, running, singing, even speak loudly. I have a big problems with my lung. And I am the one, when the people, when the doctors, when the professors was asking only about my sickness and about a lot of things, I showed that I'm the one who is living and who can create this type of life, which was only my imagination. They told me, oh no, you can dream about it, of course, but look, you have 64 emergencies, like 64 through my childhood. You have like almost like, don't even think. We just don't be realistic. Be realistic. Don't think. Don't fly over in the sky. Be realistic. Look, please. Don't be surprised if you will die just like this. And I can see
that happened like through what years of your life? Till what age did it bother you?
age from 3 to 26.
To 26?
Yeah, that was not that easy, but I'm so grateful for that experience. And now I know for sure, when people say, and I of course I went deeper to all of this stuff. I started change my mindfulness, and I'm the one who may see that, with those resources that we have inside, and with our mind and with our focus, miracles will be the part of your everyday life. And this is not because I'm girl and I'm riding unicorns, and no, I just know how it works. And this is how I'm helping people. And when people are dealing with me and they're asking about personal, I may say it's a guidance. Somebody called me mentor, but I'm not that kind of mentor, because I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a coach. I'm just the one who is guiding you through that experience which I passed, and I know how to make it even better, stronger. And after a while, the another type of my personality, another part, that I'm, as I told you, I'm a woman, and before I didn't even think about to be a mother, because I just couldn't. I was thinking about how to survive every day. There was not that part of just survive first, and after, I don't know, I was dreaming about how to smoke, because I saw that kind of people who were smokers, and for me they are so healthy that they can't even smoke. So that was the kind of kid's imagination. Can you imagine?
So basically, it's a lot of things we as
Yeah,
people
and
take
now
for
actually
granted.
dealing with my
And
with
you,
my comment. I'm sorry.
yeah, I'm saying that a lot of things are taken for granted by people,
Yeah,
specifically our health. And
yeah.
it seems like you've never taken any of your health for granted, right?
And now I may say that I'm so proud of myself that I live every day. I may say that this is my dream life.
Okay.
I realized it once, and now, when the war started, I live in Ukraine. In Ukraine, I had a wonderful, very smart preschool, educational kindergarten.
Okay.
And I have an interview in my Instagram page, and uh, it's also interesting part. And then I closed it, of course, after almost 60 days when the war started, because I need to support the people. It was over 59. It was 59 people, workers, whom
No.
I was trying to support for these 60 days. They need to pay salary, they need to survive somehow. And after I realized that I just don't have that resources, because a lot of my resources and investments also was in Ukraine,
Yeah.
which was not that
Yeah.
productive at the moment. And I started to follow like that feeling. How can I help, and whom can I, at first myself, and what can I do to create something special and something new, which also will be connected to that strength which we have inside. Because I don't know what about you, but my feelings at the first days of war was like, oh my god, so this is a new page, so I need to start my life from the very beginning in a new country. I'm a single mother of two, and I was also running from the country with my mom and with my niece, so I was like, captain of this boat with the 5 people inside. And that was not that easy, but I went through it, and I realized that I create my women body, my human body, through the love and through a lot of methods which I tried, because I tried through these 20 something years a lot of methods, traditional, untraditional, different kind of cultures. And I know for sure what is works, and I know how breathing helps, and I know that we may create everything and we may recover everything. It's
Okay.
possible to recover, and there are so many. It's not actually the topic which I'm usually. Uh, so this is like a women body recovery. So, but probably you don't know, but over 85 women's reproductive age has a lot of issues with those pelvic muscle floor.
Mm-hmm.
Pelvic muscle is the women's organs.
Okay. Okay.
And a lot of issues they have even after baby birth or without it, and that kind of issues is making life not that nice, not that pleasant, everyday life, because there are so many of them. And usually doctors, I'm dealing with the doctors, I'm working with the doctors, I'm even uh, teaching doctors at the moment, because I know how to put that strength. And it's also like a muscle which we may train in a
Mm-hmm.
gym. And we may train a lot of muscles in our body. We just need to know how to deal with it, and we need to empower them. So this is what the project which I'm doing at the moment. So this is like very, very fresh one,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm glad to share it with you.
So the majority of your like of I understand that essentially you're taking care of your kids, and you are as you told me before the show, you said that you are building a new life, which I really
Yeah.
love how you put it. um, but at the same time, the most effort goes into the creation of this new course. That proper way of putting it, right? A course on women's health. That would be a proper way of saying. So can you tell us a little bit more about just about this course, and how you see it's going to help women, Ukrainian women, or women all around the world?
Yeah, I might say that I just told you that, for me, the personality is without nationality.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the one. The camera was off at that time, yeah?
No,
I'm
it's
not
all.
the one who is dealing only with the Ukrainians, because
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of friends all over the world, and I
Mm-hmm.
have a lot of support also, even from Russia. Can I say this word? I don't know. Yeah, and um, for me at the moment, the most important thing to give that power which people cannot see at the moment inside of them. And when I'm mentoring people, actually, it's not only women's, because I'm dealing with the course which is connected to a sexual life, to a human body, and we are working with the we just like restarting all of the human body systems. And it's very important when you are dealing with something, when something is, you have an issue, I don't know, pain somewhere in your body. Of course, you may think that at first you need to understand and to listen what your body shows you at the moment. And especially when it's dealing with the women body, and especially I'm putting the every person is absolutely different, and we need to explain to ourselves at first what I'm dealing with. If I'm not agree that okay, this is a back pain, but this is back pain is also connected with the whole body. So um, I'm working with the whole body through the breathing, through the mental work, through the pelvic muscle floor. So there is a group of muscles, but I don't know why, but in our society, people, women, doesn't know the name of each organ inside of those bodies, and they don't know. Oh, everybody has a period, yeah, but each woman say, "Oh, I don't like it." Most of them, my God, it's not pleasant. It's this or that. But this is our body. This is our part of nature, and we need to think. Maybe we need to take care about ourselves that period more. And thanks to this, we may give a birth. We may give a life. And why this topic was so taboo? I mean, sexual life is so taboo, or so, I don't know. We are putting either in a dirty way this topic, either we are joking about it, either we didn't talk about it at all. But we need to know that our sexuality is our pleasure of the life. And in my course, the main topic is pleasure of the life. And yes, it is called sexuality. Because if you don't like this process, if you don't know how you may touch yourself, how can you explain your partner, or why you are expecting actually from your partner that he will satisfy you that way which you like? How? Just to get? So that's a weird. Yeah, and
So through
I'm dealing with.
body,
Huh?
you're facilitating women and people with a set of exercises and also breathing techniques that will enable them to basically get to the highest, like the peak pleasure or whatever it might be, which in a
Yes, and
way
then
will also aid like the mental health, right? So everything, our mental health is starts from like the body. If the body is in pain, right, you won't ever have the good state of mind. So
mental orgasm, let's say.
let's yeah. So and Tony Robbins is actually preaching about this all the time, that energy is the center of our universe. Like if we don't take care of our body, if we don't create the energy from within, you won't be able to grow, to inspire other people, to do good for the humanity. Let's put it this way. And I'm on board with you on this one. That we referred. I have a question in this respect. Where do you think the passion comes from? Passion comes from the energy, like, or the energy drives passion. So what is, the chicken and egg and egg problem? What comes first? Do you first start doing something and then you get excited about what you're like? For example, you start working in a new company, right? And you get excited as you go, and then you become kind of passionate about it later. Or you should first find what gives you goosebumps.
Of
Find
course.
something that
You just get an answer.
this is the answer, right?
This is the
So
answer.
What if people can't find what gives them goosebumps? What if people can't find what they truly love and what they can't live? Like, what if they just live their life and feel pathetic, and like wasting their time, not enjoying every single day?
Truth and love.
Love.
And
Okay.
truth. This self-truth, this is the main thing. I don't know that bad words in English, but usually I'm telling in Russian. Stop cheating, let's say. Let's translate it like more kind way,
Stop
yeah?
bullshitting yourself, right?
Stop bullshitting yourself. Because this is the main bullshit. Because when you think that, okay, I need to do this, and you are trying different ways, different postures, everything like in sex, you cannot smile, or you cannot, fix it, fake it. I mean,
Yeah.
if you don't like it, if it's not yours, if it's as you tell me, yeah, if you feel pain somewhere, you cannot take a pleasure. And for, of course, for women and for men, for women and for men, this is different, because sometimes we just need to focus on one thing. For example, we need to, I don't know, make a list of things which I really love, without any circumstances, or without whatever people telling, even, I don't know, just watching the world, I don't know, whatever, driving bicycle. Now I'm riding bicycle every day. You cannot. I'm a big driver. My father was a take a part of championship in Soviet Union by karting. So I'm driving since 5 years old. Not only
Cool.
bicycle, car as
Yeah.
well. So I was sitting in my father's knees, and I was, a big, absolutely happy driver. And
Okay.
I'm that kind of person. I just came from Arizona with my kids. I just decided to go there because I've heard that Sedona is a kind of Tibet local ones, and there are, this powerful vortexes and this really inspiring place. But I was driving for 7.5 hours, years, and I was so glad. We was chatting with the kids, and the road was beautiful. Everything was changing. So yes, I'm inspiring, for example, from observing nature. So I need to deal with this somehow. If I'm inspiring to deal with something, I'm already energy there, and you just, everything creates from our state.
Yeah.
It's a small state is what we are actually existing from at the moment. And if we are full of stress, of pain, we will show the world the pain and stress, and this like satisfaction. Okay, that's mine. But it's also very, very personal stuff. A lot of people now creating those new lives, and I'm establishing here. I moved. Now it's fifth time. I'm in Los Angeles at the moment. Before I moved to Florida, but I felt that the climate, the nature is not that which I'm inspiring from. I cannot breathe. And for me, every breath, and for actually, this is also what I'm sharing with the world, that every breath, yeah. So while we are breathing, every breath, while we are inhaling, we're just taking this world, and after we are sharing, and we're just putting through all of our body, this what we are inhaling, and with an exhale, you are sharing what you have inside, and you creating with all of these little parts, everything, your existing moment. And this is unbelievably important to understand. And I have, my first, let's say, client was my friend. He's an IT guy. He's working in Alaska. I don't know. I'm joking that he's making he's giving power to all Alaskan people. And he came to me and said,
Okay.
"Look, I need your guidance in this. There's a kind of shit in my life." So he's successful. He's so smart. I'm absolutely stupid in IT. Absolutely. So I'm okay with that. I cannot be
Yeah.
that smart and that powerful and that strong as at first. This was also very hard to accept, because in Ukraine I had a big team. It was over 60 workers, and I was the one who used to help people and to support them, to give them jobs. I had big educational center, like for preschool education, for kids psychology.
Yeah.
So that was the huge things to do. And here I felt that I'm not that strong, and for me it was
Yeah.
so unpleasant. I was like strong girl before, but even when I realized that now I'm weak, and through my weakness I'm given strength to those
Yeah.
who's helping me, because my
Absolutely.
friends, especially one, he's big friend of mine, and he told me, Vicky, let me help you. I said, my God, I don't know. How can I pay or what can I do? Like, I said, nothing. Just please accept this help. For me, this is a
Yeah.
big pleasure to help you. I know how. Who are you? And I said, oh my God. It was so simple for me, but from the other part, when I was helping. But
Yeah.
through the weakness, we may give a strength to the world as well.
Absolutely.
So this is the main point. And as this is a long answer on your question, but I'm telling you, I'm talking about the truth. If your truth is in your heart, you can even be aggressive. But of course, you need to be aggressive sometimes. If somebody, I don't know, wanna make hurt my friend or my kid, I'm not that educationally professional at the moment. That's a bullshit. I'm aggressive.
Yeah.
Of course, a lot of psychologists said, "How can you deal with this? You was dealing with the people, with the teachers like this, like." But I'm real, and this is the realistic. I don't know, behavior. Human behavior
Expression.
need to be realistic and need to be absolutely from the heart. Because if I'm trying to be a good girl or strong girl, or if just a human body will show us. If you will put this weakness somewhere, your body will be broken once. So you may accumulate that somewhere,
So if you
especially,
hide, if you lie to yourself
yeah,
and you try to kind of mask or hide some of the natural behaviors that you have or natural predispositions. For example, if you're an aggressive man, you don't have to kind of pretend to be the soft, vulnerable fella. Sometimes you want to be aggressive. It's just that there is time and place to be aggressive. Therefore, I, for example, play basketball and I understand that I need it. It's an absolute necessity, a mandatory thing for me because I actually almost fighting there. I can be really, really harsh on other men, but I realize that I need this. And then afterwards, this is the best part. After we've played hard and even maybe engaged in a fight, I would come over to the person and say, hey man, sorry I was a little bit harsh. That like no, I hope no hard feelings, nothing personal. And
because
he's like,
yeah.
bro, no problem. I mean, this is the true expression of humanity when people are when to your point, when people are willing to show their vulnerability, just like you said that you gain strength through showcasing your weakness, and you can't understand why people want to help you, right, as you are maybe not as powerful as you were right back in Ukraine, but that's because they're just human who help other human being and they like you, and you see, and through and when we see the people not pretending, right, not being these success monsters or whoever, just being themselves and kind of asking for help, which is really important. You remember an upgrade camp which we both attended. I remember to this day where Allah said that in order to get help, you gotta raise your hand. There's a bunch of people around you willing to help. They just don't have a clue that you need help.
Yeah.
So you're like, I need help, and suddenly a lot of people will help. So that's powerful, and I think in Ukraine, especially within the business community, there's still this kind of stigma on showing your weakness. It's almost like, because I've been working with IT entrepreneurs for a while, and big investors and business people, and they it seems like they want to know it all. It seems like they want to have all the answers, which is, I think, really detrimental. That which really gonna bring, at some point, it just gonna bring a lot of pain, because you've been trying to know it all, and you get overwhelmed with all this stuff. So I'm not sure if you said that you have this guy who you're working with, but you're not only working with women but also men, as
Yes,
I
because
understand.
it's a human dealing thing, I
Yeah.
and they say that I'm the one. They told me, it starts from that. They say, oh, can we just stay next to you because you're creating feelings and we are starting to love this life. We just want to
Cool.
leave.
Yeah.
And I said, oh my God, yeah, this is my superpower. And I know that there are so many advantages where people, they didn't even, I said, look, you're so happy. Look how powerful you are. And really, it's not like I'm supportive one, because I see it and I can just highlight it.
Yeah.
I'm that kind of, light warrior, which will highlight your strength and power, and we will empower it together. And I know how to do it. And I'm holding your hand, and we are going together if you need me. Because for me, it's like, and I can make it easily. Really, it's like this. And what I forgot to say, that while you are asking about this passion,
Mm-hmm.
we need to remember that our passion also will create from the state, it's a kind of relaxation pleasure, let's say. You understand what I mean? So when you are overwhelmed, overstressed, when you are so focused, yeah, sometimes when you are playing, for example, uh, my son had a part of a championship in karate. Of course, you need to be focused on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there it's so also life changing rules. It's life rules, so you need to be focused. Everything like in a sex. So if you are dealing with your partner at the moment, you need to focus on your state. But if you're in a hurry, come on, it's, yeah, you can like finalize it as soon as possible. But if we are talking about these states, about our feeling creations, about everything which is dealing with our whole body cells,
Yeah.
no, it's not that. Of course, if we need to run from A to B, and we need to make it very fast, we will make it. But if we are talking about feelings creator, about this passion, you need to relax first, and you need to feel that, oh my God, yes, now I'm here. It's impossible to get, for a woman, it's impossible to get an orgasm if she's stressed and she's so compressing all the body. And the same in the life. And this is why I'm explaining through these things, because it's possible to understand. And they say, a
Yeah.
lot of people came to me say, it's even hard to say, but I don't know what the orgasm looks like. People are screaming so much. Why? And a lot of girls, they are going through big pain, and they're trying to express some feelings which were never there inside, all the feelings. I was dealing with a lot of kids while my preschool kindergarten was created, and we create a really beautiful system, and it all the feelings creates in our body from the very beginning to 7 years old, and 85% in our brain, we're just recording from that period. We didn't know what the name of that feeling, we didn't know how to express it in a words, but we felt it. And if it was hidden, if it was, shut up, mans are not crying, boys are not crying. Girls
Hmm.
cannot fight or cannot be rude or cannot express, or you shouldn't shy. Shh, 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 everywhere. The one of this session in my kindergarten was absolutely restricted, and I was no. Kids need to shout. It's unusual when you came to the kindergarten and it's very quiet, unless it's not a sleeping hour. They need to shout, they need to express, they need to show to the world what they're dealing with, what they want. And we know if you are not expressing from your mouth to the words, sometimes it's yeah, like a raising hand. We cannot understand this, and you need to express it to yourself. You need to empower yourself and give a place to all of the feelings which you want to express. And there you will find the power, you will find the resource, what you want to do, where to look, whom to deal with. And you need to go away from the place which you don't like, because a lot
Yeah.
of people now sacrificing, especially, and before it was the same. The war is just a very tragic period, but every time it was the same. We were sitting in the places which we don't like, even if it's, I don't know, best friend wedding party, whatever. We need to say, we need to stay there. Yeah, we need to just make a face. How to put it in English? Yeah, just say straight, and listen. But if you don't like it, why you should be there? You shouldn't. You should go away from the place if you are not raised in there. If your body, your soul, if you're not making something good for you, just stand up and go to the other place. Yeah, it's sometimes very hard because we have not this movement inside, but we need to make a small step, at least think about it, and after move.
The war has helped so many of us to, I think, stop just wasting our life doing something that is expected from us. Just as you said, yeah, we live, a lot of us live lives expected by someone, but and maybe society places this expectation, your parents, the social media now, and I'm 100% agree with you that we should create our own kind of world with our own rules, and that's why I called this podcast "Be Yourself," because I admire people who do not bend, who are not bending under like the rules, who are who are beating the odds, just like you were beating the odds. You have been beating the odds all throughout your life, having the illness, in doing business as a woman, which is not a walk in the park, right? Doing it in Ukraine, and you've succeeded. And I admire people like you, and that's partly an answer to your question that you asked prior to this podcast. Why did you invite me? Because I remember you, after one event in Kiev, you invited us to a karaoke. You remember this
I
one?
forgot about it. Oh my god,
Yeah,
yes.
and it was such a great indication of you as a human being, because I saw a person who wasn't shy at all to organize something, to take risk, because that was actually the time at the COVID time where the not all the
Yeah,
restaurants
yeah, this
were
hidden
operational.
entrance. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I felt so much power in you. Like you actually knew people who were open, who accepted it, and you were so confident. This is something that I really, really lacked in my life, because I come from, this really shy boy who didn't have a lot of success with women, which also really, really influenced how I like view the world, and things that I've done
Sure.
in my life to kind of ease this pain, and a lot of
Yeah.
women that I had to kind of be with to finally get over this pain of not being accepted by women, which I now realized is the first and foremost problem with my mom, who I finally mending fences, and finally in great relationship with my parents. This is the great starting point for every man. If you guys are listening to me, try to fix your relationship with the mom before
All
you
the
get
time.
involved.
The first thing, you need to fix relations with your mom and your dad. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter if they're alive or not. Doesn't matter if they're closer to you or not. Even if they're absolutely, I don't know, criminals or sick or whatever, just in your heart, fix this relation, and you will
Yeah,
see the changes in your life. This is the first, very first thing which you need to do, of course.
absolutely.
And from your kindness, when you are making these uh, boundaries, when you are
Hmm.
creating them,
Hmm.
at first it should be kindness. So not the border, go away, straight, stop,
Yeah.
like this, but it should be kindness from your heart. And of course, if you are here, just one main point. Sorry for interrupting you, but this is
It's
really
okay.
very, very important. If we are here, and you can hear my voice, your parents do everything for you. Just they give your life, you know? Because all the Eritrean world will tell you that hundreds of thousands souls are staying in a line to be here, just to live this life, to feel at least something. Because in other parallel worlds, it's a different things. And being here, live this life. And this is the big, so this gratefulness, this is absolutely the first thing when you need to build your happiness. This
Yeah.
is it. And after, go and live your life. You shouldn't love your parents. I mean, you shouldn't. Because society told us that we should love. We should respect who is oldest. No. Respect your parents and be grateful for your life. Yes.
Yeah.
Always. But after that, live your life as you want.
Yeah.
You're
You're
absolutely
the most important
unique.
person in your life, and you owe
Especially,
it to yourself
yes.
to live the life that you really enjoy. And I do you know Matthew McConaughey?
Of
Obviously.
course. I'm next to
So,
him, living nearby.
oh really? Oh my God, he's like my modern hero, and he's a great philosopher.
Yeah.
And I watched a podcast, recent one with him, and he said, metaphorically, he said that it's okay to drink a beer on your way to the temple. He means that it's okay to enjoy, because we always were like climbing the mountain. There's some destination over there, and sure thing, when we get there, we're gonna feel something. Could feel like we're fulfilled or happy even, but just for a second, because you're gonna see a higher height, you're gonna see a higher mountain, right? Once you climb to the top of this one, you're gonna see a higher one. And that's where life gets really tricky, because you might find yourself in the position of always trying to get higher and higher and higher, and forgetting to have fun
The
as you
appreciate
actually
moment.
climb. Yeah. And your examples and parallels that you set with sex, it's kind of really interesting, because in a way, it's not about the destination point, but it's actually, so sometimes in life we have short-term like goals that we really need to, as you said, we just need to focus and get
Like a
there.
marathon and sprinters, of course.
Absolutely, yeah. So some processes are just like short sprints, just go for it, like don't distract yourself with anything. But some things are like more strategic, and you gotta like take a pause and maybe reflect on what you have accomplished. And a lot of people, when they write their resumes, they kind of like 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 a lot of people don't think that much about what they have accomplished and what they already have in life. Not even have, but the experiences, because material possessions, as we all Ukrainians realize, that material possessions are just doesn't worth like a penny.
Not everything,
You
of
know,
course. Yeah.
so I'm like, it's okay to have money in the bank, but like, how do you feel right now, right? Like, what can you tell me, when do you think the person should give back? Like, is it something that every
Give.
single human being must at least once in a lifetime realize that they need to give back, or it's okay to live your entire life as a consumer. What's your take on this? I'm curious.
Hmm.
Because not all of the people want to give back. They're just okay not creating anything. They're just okay taking and taking and taking. I'm interested if you think it's like a super imperative thing for everyone to give back.
Mm, you know, when it's only about consumption,
Hmm.
we may feel that sometimes just remember about the balance. So our heart, as our hands, this, I don't know, they say heart chakra, or this energy source, and this part,
Yeah.
where's our hands, where's our heart, what, like we are opening and we are taking
Yeah.
this. If you're taken and taken, you will combine it, and it can like bond sometimes in one period of time. And I'm not the one who said that you need to be in service all the time, just giving and giving and giving. To, of course, you need to create this feel of receiving. Jody, I'm also teaching with the Joe Dispenza courses, and I passed 4 of them this year, and that was absolutely great. And the fields of giving, the power of giving creates the field of receiving.
Hmm. The
And
power of
if
giving.
you know that you will, and you may take that this universe is created for you, for everybody of us, of course, we need to accept it. But accept it and to take everything from the world is not just to take what you like, let's say. You may accept everything what is coming from, like a human body. We have a different system, and we have also our stomach, and there are a lot of shit there. And if you're gonna focus only at that stomach, so we will accumulate that shit, let's say.
Yeah.
But if you will feel that you have a heart, you have hands, you have your skin, and everything is breathing, and same in the people, yeah, you may face with rudeness, you may face with a lot of things which may even hurt you, but you may accept and you give this. It's not your responsibility to deal with it or not at the moment. This is the other thing. But you need to accept this world, and you need to know that this balance of giving and receiving is your personal choice. And you may see in your life how it will, combine all of this life puzzle.
Yeah.
This is what we have at the moment. Yeah, and you may say, oh, maybe it's time to serve, maybe it's time to give something. Because if it's accumulating in a person and you're not giving it, you're not
Yeah.
sharing it with the people, especially if you're learning something. I pass it a lot of times, I went there because I'm studying all the times, and they say, what are you investing for? So I'm investing in the States. Of course, I'm in a real estate and a lot of sources, and I have at least 5 of them. I mean, if we are talking about our investment part, but I will not even tell you how much I invest to my education. So
Hmm.
my education and me, especially as a personality, this is the main thing. But if I will just accumulate it in my body, so what for? I need to share with the world somehow. It doesn't mean that I need to go and, I don't know, help to some homeless people or something like this. Just find a way how to communicate, how to make this circle, and how to balance
Yeah.
it in your life. This is the main. But you shouldn't think about this like, if I'm given something, so I will receive from this
Hmm.
source.
Yeah.
Especially, you shouldn't wait from that source.
Yeah.
If you are very kind or you are very helpful to somebody, it doesn't mean that this person will say thank you,
Yeah.
even
Absolutely not.
say thank you. I mean, being grateful is being grateful, and it is, thousands of situations. We cannot talk about this in this short 1 hour time.
Some people might not even say thank you.
Yes,
And I think it's okay.
and
But
you
because if you're not expecting anything in return, right? It's totally fine because the universe will find its way to maybe to maybe give it back to you
not maybe, of
different.
course you will
Of
receive it.
course.
You will receive it
Okay.
100%. You unexpectedly in that way, which be so surprised. But you need to make it with the whole, with life again. If you're doing something not with the love, again, Alechka, upgrade family is my like a part of my family, and this is they are
Yeah.
my big friends, and all the courses is going through this golden line. And you may say that if you are doing something, if you don't like this uh, process, it's not a good deal. If you are doing
Yeah.
something and you don't like this person whom you are dealing with, it's a not good thing. And if you are doing with the bad feelings to, for you, it's a not good thing again, because you are the part of the universe. And if something in this universe is feeling bad, so you know you cannot, it's not a good thing.
That's actually the courage that some people have, some people don't. To pass on some opportunities. I think one of the most instrumental and crucial skills the person might have is saying no, right? Because there are a lot of opportunities that seem like really, really shiny and beneficial, but they just don't align with your values. There are a lot of people who are now in your life that you should say goodbye to, right?
Of course,
Because people, what do you think about the environment as we're on
this is
this
the
mode? Like
main thing in your life.
the main thing,
Main
the
thing,
only,
you
the
are your
primary,
environment. You are,
yeah,
if you are investing your energy to something, so it means it's important for you. And you need to
yeah,
see, to look around. This is the very common thing. Yeah, at least 5 people who's your common surroundings.
yeah.
It's almost you.
Shape who you are.
Yeah,
It's like
and
Jim Rohn, I think, said this, that
everybody's
five
saying this.
people. Yeah,
The holy truth. It's the same, and a lot of people can explain it in a different way. And I'm not telling
yeah.
anything special, but they say what you're thinking if somebody is. How to put it, duplicating you, yeah, make it the same thing or saying the same thing what you are
Imitating your.
imitating. I say it's impossible. If even you will learn one word to the other how I'm telling you cannot say the same, because the feelings are different.
Yeah,
Because if you're not congruent with the things what I'm telling, each word is a code which is going through your feelings, through your cells, through your everything. So I may say fuck you, and it's going to be a blessing, because I know why I'm telling this, because this is my boundaries, or this is the time when person need to hear it, because he thinks he's everything and everywhere or main. I mean, it's like there are so many examples, and yes and no. I will tell you like 1 hour podcast we can make on this topic as well. So yes and no, this is also very very important things. But the main thing, as I told you at the very beginning, the truth,
okay,
self truth,
yeah,
and love. Nothing new, but so
yeah.
important.
Not new concept, but it's sometimes we need practical rails and practical ways of applying
Yeah.
things. Maybe you can give some of your daily routine examples. What do you do to
You will think that I'm a bit alien. People say, "Oh my God, it's like 9 o'clock in the morning. You did all of that stuff already?" I said, "Yes. I'm sorry. I'm leaving. It's my life. I'm the one who is inspiring the sunrise, and I know. So this is my communication with the world. So I am absolutely inspired when I'm waking up 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. So this is my
you're an early
powerful
bird?
hours, because at 7, mafia will wake up.
Oh,
I'm mother
really?
of two.
Okay.
Until that period, I'm doing this is like my favorite hours. Yes, of course, sometimes I need to sleep till the 7. I mean, it's probably weird to hear sleep till 7. Oh my god. But for me it's like till the midday. And yeah, I'm inspiring sunsets. And of course we need to breathe and we need to activate all of our system through the breathing. So fine, just come, I will tell you how, or find any breathing method which is comfortable for you. I mean, 5 minutes in the morning. Start with 1 minute. But everybody has this 1 minute to breathe. Focus on this breathing. Sometimes it's meditation. Meditation works perfectly, but for different people, it's absolutely different path. For example, riding bicycle for me at the moment is also meditation. Before I had 1 and 2 and 6 hours meditation. In a Joe Dispenza training, I made 6 hours meditation per day. So it's like huge. I said, what? Before, I couldn't concentrate even for 1 minute. And of course, we need to invest to our body, to our environment, everything what we want. So we need to attract, but we need to be attractive to attract. And
Yeah.
of course, just
It's a really good statement. You gotta be attractive to
absolutely,
be attractive.
absolutely, because if I hate broccoli, I cannot. It will not be helpful for me. This is why I'm dealing with a lot. But we may say that, of course, we need to drink water. Clean water will clean your body. We need to breathe. We need to exercise our body, and we need to do something which inspires me. Maybe some, of course, I'm I'm a big fan of sport, and I'm trying new things all the time because this is how my brain works, and this is how I need to. I'm 38.
Yeah.
I'm not 28 anymore, and our body is the most powerful till 30s, and we also need to know. But now in my 38, I'm looking better than my 28 and even in 18, and I feel better. As I told you, I'm not looking like uh, the 18 years old girl, but I'm feeling like I'm absolutely alive. And this age, it means how what do you invest in it? And if it's full of energy, if it's full of love, you will see that life is like you can live, I don't know, 100 years minimum, maybe 200. So
Yeah.
create your own personal 1 hour routine which you will absolutely like. Relax. And this life balance. I cannot work for a whole day. And a lot of my friends, I mean, man, they say, okay, let's talk about this and about this project. They say, okay, so what you're dealing with now? I said, this is my project now. So I'm recovering women body systems. He said, what? You? But you, like before, you do so cool stuff. I said, this is the coolest stuff because I like it so much and I know how powerful it is. And when you will have sex twice per day, you will say, thank you, me, there. And they came back to me and they say, thank you. It's absolutely different life because, yeah, we forgot about it. We're like 10, 15 years together and we thought it's like become common and like this and like that. I'm not sex trainer. Yeah, but I know how to empower human body to feel this absolutely natural inspiration, and it's going to be like multi-orgasm during the day. You will feel what you need, you will know what you need to put in this 1 hour, your relaxation. And
Okay.
of course this balance, I have a perfect balance. So I have a couple hours for work, for relaxation, for my mother stuff, for my girl
Yeah.
stuff, and it worked the best, you know and money came when I'm relaxed. Can you imagine? That was so
Yeah,
new
that's
for
the
me.
most interesting
I
part.
said, really? But this is another probably topic for another podcast.
Yeah, money. You can't force it. Yeah, probably you can, right? By just as we discussed, just focusing on earning a bunch of cash, but this money will never bring you the state of happiness or fulfillment because no amount of money can help us if we're lost or disappointed and feel like what we're doing does not bring us this energy,
Yeah,
the
this
main
is
currency. Yeah,
that's another
that's
another topic. About money we also
yeah.
can
That's
take,
we
but you
will
need to create
probably.
these relations again. Relations
Mhm.
and love. You need to receive it with a great pleasure, with a
Mhm.
pleasure. And you need to share, you need to buy something cool, what you like, either, a nice cup of coffee or nice this
Yeah,
shaped, well, I'm absolutely, inspiring my this cup and coffee inside. Everything is
yeah,
that perfect what I like, and I will not drink that bad coffee or from a plastic poured that cup. I don't like it. It's like these small things. I'm drinking coffee,
yeah,
same as water, same as everything what I'm dealing with. And I'm not wasting my time with somebody which I'm not interested in. And I'm so grateful to be here with you because I know how, I don't know, it's also was, light from the heart. You write me at that time that I was thinking about, oh my God, my English is not that perfect. I cannot start anything telling English because I need to be cool at first because somehow I'm perfectionist and that kind of strange one.
yeah.
So thank you so
Well,
much.
you speak wonderful English, and thank you for sharing all this information and your wisdom and experience. So, guys, that was actually was my first official um, episode of Be Yourself podcast with beautiful Victoria. Yeah, this was my first one, official one, and more to come, guys. Stay tuned and take care.
Be
I'm
happy.
gonna